Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Velociraptor. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2018. Or 19. Or 2021. Dad. AF. The album. I love rock and roll. So put another time in the jukebox, baby. All right, let's get right into this video, shall we? Today, are you here for drama class? Drama class is in session, okay? I know it's Thanksgiving break, but drama class is in session. Are you here? Renee, where are you at? Tony? Velociraptor. Okay, let's get right into this. Today we're going to talk about sponsored videos, sponsorships, how to disclose, if people are following FTC codes, but mostly we're going to talk about the very interesting scandal, that the fact that three of my all-time favorite YouTubers, true story, Trisha Paytas, Colleen Ballinger, and Gabbie Hanna, all posted a morning routine video that, interestingly enough, all three of them had the same device and this liquid that they were, promoting in their video, or just saying that they use because they love it so much. And it was disclosed, kind of, not really. It wasn't. And they didn't really follow FTC guidelines. But it's interesting because they all did it within 24 hours of each other. The other thing that's interesting is I think all three of them are friendly, or friends even. So I'm pretty sure that all three of them are friends. So it was interesting. And it was very funny how two of them did it. So we're going to talk about this in a second. And it was interesting to me that they didn't disclose that it was a sponsored video. And I've talked a lot about, Trisha on here before, and the fact that Trisha always typically does disclose whenever she does a sponsored post or sponsored video. On Instagram, you have to be very clear about it. On Instagram, all you have to do is put #ad, and it has to be above the more. So if you have the little more thing where you have to click it and go down below, on Instagram, that's all you have to do. Trisha always typically does that. So, and in videos, I've heard her many times say this is a sponsored video by blah, blah, blah. So when you see three different influencers do almost the identical, when I watched them, and I loved all the videos, I mean, if I wasn't watching them for this specific reason of, I'm a research journalist, basically. Okay, I'm ready to win my award and be asked to start working with CNN because my investigative journalism skills are just that, right? No. So anyway, when I watched all three of the videos, I loved them. They were all cute. They were all funny. They were all in style with the people that did them. But what was funny was when Trisha and Colleen were showing the object that we're going to talk about in just a second, that they were promoting on this, because we'll talk about, I got so many DMs about this, so I was like, I've got to make a video about it. It was so over the top how they used it in the video that it was kind of hilarious. But anyway, so I don't know, do we care about this? Do we not care about this? Do we wish that Peter Monn would be getting a ton of sponsored videos? Yes, we do, because apparently everybody's doing it, and they aren't even telling anybody about it, and nobody even gives a shit. So it's listen, but this video is not sponsored, but if it was, okay, now I haven't had a drink in 24 years, but I feel hungover as shit today, okay? Why, you might ask? Well, I was Black Friday shopping last night at the outlet mall till 2 o'clock in the morning, and the lines were driving me crazy. So if this video was sponsored, it would be first and foremost sponsored by Starbucks Coffee, because they're my wake-up call every day. I love them so much. They're kind of my go-go juice. But it would also be sponsored by my next favorite thing in life, Aleve. And why? Because, listen here, somebody can call Boone County from one of the most fantastic documentaries of life, The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. Anyway, do you guys have ever seen that documentary? Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, dang, ding-dong, ding! Sometimes I just can't. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? Oh, I'm just sitting here sipping a gimlet, Jane. I taped the Macy's Day Parade, so I was watching that. Oh, I just love that Macy's Day Parade. Every year, I just feel like I'm in Miracle on 34th Street. Don, oh, I don't know. I think that Don went with his lady friend. Well, we're in an open relationship now, Jane. I told him, I said, listen, I can't watch that Fences no more. Well, I have the ladies' auxiliary, and they won't let me in if we're not married, so, yeah.
Well, he gets his ladies friend and I get the ladies auxiliary. It doesn't matter, but Jane, what are you doing? You are? Oh, you're watching Trish. You're one of Trishy's fishies. I know you love her. I love her too so much. Well, you're going to order that. I have it written down right here. The Duval Radiance Spin Care System. You have 3 different codes you can use because it was on 3 different people's channels. Well, it's a sponsored video. I don't believe that, Jane. I believe that all 3 of them just loved it all on the same day. They just absolutely loved it, Jane. They have the most perfect skin in the entire world. It's all because of that Duval Radiant Spin Care System and the Mix Easy Cream. Well, no, Jane. They do look good. It's not the Photoshop. No. Their skin does look perfect. It's because of the Duval Radiant Spin Care System Mix Easy Code Trish. Yeah. Mix Easy Code Holiday. Well, I'm going to get some too. I love it so much. The Duval Radiant Spin Care System. Well, all right, Jane. I'll talk to you later. The sponsored videos of the world. So anyway, poor Jane. Just listen about Vivian being up in an open relationship now. So let's get right into talking about all this. So I watch these videos, okay? And the first one I watched was Trisha. And Trisha did my morning routine. And she's done these in the past. The thing is, if she didn't have the codes underneath it, honestly, you wouldn't really know with Trisha, like, except for in this one, she's like using the product. The product kind of does resemble a phone. And she's like this, I use this skin. She's like, it's kind of so over the top and hilarious. But like, Trisha's always in all of her videos talking about products that she likes, right? I mean, in the video, she talks about Special K and Apple Jacks and the butter. I buy the same kind of damn, I can't believe it's not butter that Trisha does, just because she uses it in her videos. I started buying those, true story, I do, I love them so much. Those Jolly Green Giants, you know, those chicken niblets or whatever that, not chicken niblets, I'm a vegetarian in the world. The corn niblets, lightly sauced, I buy those. They're not too bad for you. They're like 90 calories for a bag, and she eats them as a treat, and I saw them in a mukbang, and I started buying them, and I'm always buying them, and I'm always eating them, see? And she don't get paid for all that. She should, but she doesn't. So Trisha, she kind of like puts out products all there all the time, right? So if you watch this video, except for the part that she's like over the top with this like, you wouldn't know it was sponsored, okay? So then I go over and I watch Gabbie Hanna's video. Now, Gabbie's video from the Gabbie Show, it's very similar, except like it's hers is like very true. So like Trisha's is a little bit more serious, honestly. Like it really truly is like my morning routine, except for the part in the bathroom, and that's the part that's like really funny and over the top. The rest of it is just like a Trisha video. Like, let me show you what I'm doing, blah, 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 whatever, right? And it's interesting, and she goes through Instagram, and she like shows the accounts that she looks at in the morning, and it's very typical of what she does, you know, like when she'll get on and show like YouTube channels that she's been watching and things like that. So then I went over and I watched Gabbie's video, and it was just this very kind of like over the top, hilarious video of her, and it was interesting while I was watching it, because like once you've done YouTube for a while, you get kind of used to some of the comments that you would never in a million years expect before you ever got on YouTube, like true story. But she's sitting there in the bathroom brushing her teeth. Like this has nothing to do with the sponsored part of it. But she's brushing her teeth, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh, she's gonna get some comments about how she's brushing her teeth wrong. She's not doing the quadrants, she's not brushing them long enough, she's letting the water run. These are the kind of comments you get on YouTube videos when you do videos for Truly. If she's watching it, she knows what I'm talking about. She probably got at least one comment, I didn't look. But anyway, I watch hers, and then she does this thing where she uses the Duval Radiant Spin Care System and the Mix It Easy lotion. So what it is basically is it's this brush thing, this electric brush that you like. It's supposed to purify your skin and like rub out like the blemishes and things like that, and then you use this cream on it, okay? It is $95, and then the cream, I don't know how much it is, but I will tell you this, like the system, and on Colleen's video underneath there, it had a price listed as $28.50 underneath it, and I don't know if that was like you can get it for $28.50, because this system actually, 95 marked down at $28.50 is kind of a good deal. And no, I'm not sponsored by this, but I wish I was. They should have. They sponsored apparently every other effer on YouTube. So anyway, but it was $28.50, and I was like, this is kind of a good deal for this, you know what I'm saying? The Mix Easy Cream is very cool, and I was like watching them do it, because they go on like line and they show how you do it, and you pick out different like flavors and like scents that you like, and then you mix your own. They have shampoo, they have conditioner, they have
face wash, face cream, all this kind of stuff. It's actually a really cool website. So I'm gonna actually go over there, actually go over there later and look at it. Depending on how much it is, I have no idea, but now I have 3 codes that I can use so I can get it for super cheap. But it's not like it was like this horrible product that nobody believes in, right? Do I believe that they really have been using these products every day? Hell no, I don't, okay? The fact that all 3 of them do it on the same day, but do I care? No, not really, I don't, okay? Get your money, get your coin, it's Christmas time, see? So anyway, so then I went over and I watched, and Gabbie's is like very funny, very humorous in her style. Like the one part she's like, talking about how she's like making coffee in a coffee maker, and then she's like, which reminds me of my dad, now I'm depressed, and then she like just looks at the coffee. It's hilarious, right? So then I went over and I watched Colleen's, and Colleen's is like a pregnant morning routine, and it's hilarious. And you should watch it. I don't want to ruin it for you, but she talks in hers is like the shortest. It's like less than 6 minutes long, and she talks about like how many times she pees and stuff like that, being pregnant, and that she hates being pregnant and all. It's hilarious. But anyway, the point that she's like using this thing, she's the most exaggerated with it, and she's like, it's like very Miranda Sings in there, right? If you don't know, Colleen Ballinger is Miranda Sings. It's like that's her character that she does. So anyway, it's really funny. Now the interesting thing is, in Gabbie's video, she says in there, she says, like I don't want to get out of bed most mornings, but when I have to for a brand sponsorship or brand, what she say, brand endorsement or brand video or whatever, you know what she said. You know what I'm talking about, a sponsored video. She says that I have to get up and I have to make the video. That's the only thing she says about it in the whole video, okay? I'm almost like at this point, I'm watching this and I'm kind of like, is this like, this, okay, now listen, I came out with that Trisha thing about the phones, and I was proven wrong. Trisha said it's 100%. So there's no gag on this, okay? This has to be real. It has to be sponsored videos, right? But what's interesting about it is that all 3 of them posted them within 24 hours, okay? Number 1. Number 2, Gabbie does not disclose anywhere in the description box or in the video that this is a sponsored video by Duval or This Mix Easy, okay? Number 2. Trisha and Colleen both put at the very bottom of their description box, this is a sponsored video. Like, I think Colleen says, this is a sponsored video, and Trisha says, this is sponsored something, hashtag, or like line FTC, or something like that. But it doesn't say, this is sponsored by so-and-so. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is this important? And I'm going to grab my phone, my receipts. Whatever you want, anything you want done, baby. Whitney, my receipts. What receipts? Okay, so we're going to get in here, and we are going to look at why this is a big deal, okay? And if you get online and you Google FTC guidelines for YouTubers to disclose whether a video is sponsored or it's a brand endorsement, I think that's what Gabbie says in hers or whatever, there are guidelines. There are guidelines for Instagram. This is the Federal Trade Commission. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-ding-ding-dong. House of Drama, Drama Phone, this is Peter speaking. How are you, Jane? How are you? What, Jane? Well, they're doing brand endorsements and they're breaking FTC codes. What's that? I don't like that FTC. They're the ones that took away all the good things in life. Well, they took away that tab and they took away my many things, my diet pills. Those kept me thin. I'd still have my husband if I had those. Oh, FTC, that's Federal Trade Commission. All right, well, goodbye, Jane. So anyway, the Federal Trade Commission, they have like certain things. It's Federal Trade Commission, isn't it? Now, I'd be really a researcher of the world, and I would have to get a job on CNN if I sat here and I said the FTC was the Federal Trade Commission and it wasn't the Federal Trade Commission. Wouldn't that be real embarrassing? Here, let me look at the top of this article. It just says FTC. I do think it's the Federal Trade Commission. But anyway, if there are a lot of articles, I've gone on the website before for the Federal Trade Commission. It's the FTC, whatever that is. I don't care. So anyway, I went in here and I found this article that was actually interesting because now YouTube has this thing where they can do includes paid promotion as a tag, right? And you can also put it like at the beginning of your video, and that supposedly is good enough. Is it? No, is what the FTC says, right? So here's what the FTC says. The other tag gives users one way to disclose a video as sponsored. The FTC's, and this article is from late 2017, so a year ago. The FTC's updated guidelines state that using the tag alone doesn't sufficiently disclose sponsored content to viewers. When creating a sponsored YouTube video, creators are instructed to use a combination of the following 3 disclosure methods to successfully meet FTC disclosure guidelines. 1, verbally disclose sponsored content at the start of the videos. At the beginning of the video, YouTubers should verbally disclose that a video is sponsored. Unambiguous language like "this video is sponsored by" should be used. Ambiguous phrases such as "thanks to" are unacceptable, okay? Which means that in a video, you have to get on here and you have to say, this video is sponsored by Starbucks, okay? If you want a good example of this, go over to the Jake Paul videos. Shane Dawson was sponsored in there. He talked at the beginning of the videos about how he felt very blessed that he got a sponsorship, and this video was sponsored by such and whatever. That's how he does it. He shows it at the beginning and everything, okay? That's how you have to do it. You have to get in a video and say, typically they tell you within the first 2 minutes of a video, this video is sponsored by Starbucks, okay? I need a little bit to keep on going, see? Okay, so that's the first part. Second, use text overlay disclosures. Now you can do a combination of these, right? Use text overlay disclosures at the start of sponsored videos. In addition to providing a verbal disclosure at the beginning of a video, creators should include text overlay informing viewers that the video is sponsored. So it would have to go like across the video, right? Okay. This written disclosure must appear on the screen long enough to be read and easily understood, and should include unambiguous language such as paid advertisement or sponsored advertising content. Now let me make this clear. You don't have to do all of these, but you have to do a combination of them. You have to make it clear enough that when the viewer is watching it, they know this is a paid endorsement, okay? Number 3, use clear and unambiguous disclosure language in the video description above show more. So this has to go above the show more description. So on a YouTube video, what you're talking about is literally in the first 2 lines, okay? And when you like work with organizations like FameBit where you can get sponsorships through, they will tell you in there, they have the FTC guidelines that will say it has to be above the show more bar within the first 2 lines of a video, okay? Within the video description and above the show more button, creators should use clear and unambiguous, this video is sponsored by so-and-so, okay? Language to inform viewers that a video is sponsored. Examples of appropriate language include, this video is sponsored by, okay? Now, they have a little picture of Zoella down there. Now, she got herself in a lot of trouble, you know, with those advent calendars of the world last year. Now, I don't know what she's doing about some sponsored videos, but she made it up here in this article, poor Zoella. So you have to do one of those 3 things, okay? Or you have to do a combination. So that would be 2 or more. See? Oh, losing my fans. Okay. So you have to do 2 or more, which means you have to put it either in the description box, put it across the video, or say it at the beginning of your video. But you have to do 2 of those, okay? So realistically, Gabbie, Colleen, and Trisha, they didn't do any of those. Well, this isn't just Gabbie, Colleen, and Trisha. This is a lot of YouTubers. I watch videos on a regular basis that, you know, I can tell, if there's a code in there. And like, you know, what's interesting about this is that back in the day, like I did like, on my BookTube channel, I was like a Page Habit ambassador. So I had an affiliate link on there, right? I did make a certain amount of money off that. I made like a percentage of each sale, I think, or something like that. Hell, I even said in my videos, I said, you know, they went under, okay? Don't come for me, Page Habit, they're gone, they went under. Sadly, I loved that subscription box. But anyway, so like, you know, I would make like, if somebody bought a $60 subscription, I'd make 32 cents or something like that, you know? And I always put over there underneath the books that I list, if you buy a book from one of these affiliate links off of Amazon, I make a small compensation for the book sold. So for example, if you buy a book for, let's say, $13.22, I make 3 cents off of that. See, I'm going to Hawaii on that AdSense money. But anyway, so I don't really understand why it's such this big deal. Because for me, I would still buy the products whether I knew that they were sponsored or not. Like, I don't really care. Like, I mean, I know for a fact that these videos are sponsored. I also know that they didn't disclose, and I'm still interested to go over that damn website and make me some shampoo and conditioner. Who wouldn't of the world? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's like, what's the big deal about it? Well, I'll tell you what's the big deal about it is, companies discourage you from disclosing. Like, I gotta turn this ring light down a little bit. It's making me look like an angel straight from heaven. I'm dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas. She looks just like an angel. Did y'all see that movie with Dolly Parton? I love that movie so much. But anyway, I don't really care, okay? But it is the law. Okay, and you have to disclose this information when making a YouTube video. What's interesting to me is that Trisha, Colleen, and Gabbie know this, okay? So why they wouldn't do it in there, but here's the bigger deal. It's like huge beauty influencers aren't doing it too. Like, there's a lot of people out there, beauty influencers, gamers, mommy vloggers, whatever, that they don't, okay? Because the more that they act like we just love this product, the more people are going to know, okay, or the more people are going to go out and buy that product. And the more that product sells, it's going to look good for that person in the future. They're going to get better sponsorship. See? It's all about marketing and money and all that kind of stuff. See? That's why I was up last night in the outlet mall buying all the things I had seen advertised on YouTubers that I had to have, okay? Because then I think, well, then I'm a YouTuber of the world, okay? If I have these pair of shoes or this backpack, then I'm a YouTuber of the world. So anyway, but it's very interesting when you look at that too, you know? It's also interesting when you start seeing at the end of the year a lot of these sponsored videos. Like I've noticed that like Trisha is doing a lot of sponsored videos. And what's interesting is that in the description or like in the comment sections like of her Instagram, like people are starting to really have an issue with it. Like she posted this picture yesterday. Here, I'll throw it up somewhere on the video. And it was her holding this Armatron watch, and she clearly disclosed, and she said, you know, like on here that it was a disclosed, or she clearly disclosed. I should probably check, shouldn't I? Because if I say that and she didn't, then I'm gonna get 300 comments. Look at my Instagram; it's just a white screen; it won't even pull up. Come on, Instagram. But okay, she. Oh, I took a picture of it, so I know she did. But she did this Armatron ad yesterday. God, she's posted a lot of pictures in the last 20. Okay, and she put on here. At Armatron Watches, one watch many faces, hashtag ad, and it's all above the show, it's all more above the comments. So she did it exactly how she was supposed to do it. Happy Thanksgiving. New video featuring Armatron Watches is up now at trishtv.com, links directly to my YouTube. Get your watch for 30% off with code GiveThanks starting tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's a sponsored ad. She put in their ad. The other thing on Instagram that they're saying now is that right underneath it, if you put like underneath the video, like where it says Trisha Paytas, underneath there you can also put paid partnership. Have you guys seen that on Instagram when people do that? Which makes it pretty clear, okay? Now for me, what's interesting is that when I see those pictures, I'm always like, well, that's really cool that they got a paid partnership with somebody. It doesn't take it away from me from wanting to buy that product. Now you can put ad like she did, and that is good enough. People were literally coming from the comment sections and they're like, they couldn't send you a nicer watch, blah, 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 whatever. Now I've never owned an Armatron watch, and I love watches, you all know I do. But I got right up on that watch, and I think, true story, it kind of looks like a little bit of like a Rolex from far away. I think it's a beautiful watch, but anyway. People were coming for her. They were saying she don't look good and all that. She don't care. She's making her ad send somebody, girl. She don't care. It's Christmas time. She got Christmas presents to buy for Jason. Listen. He's a receiver, not a giver. Okay? He wants lots of gifts in life, so she's got to buy him lots. No. I do love them together. They seem so nice, don't they? What do y'all think about all that? So anyway, do we care that it's disclosed? Do we not care that it's disclosed? I mean, it is the law, but as a viewer, what do you think? Do you care? I mean, we know now, right? It's like back in the day, you would watch videos when you started. I mean, I've watched YouTube forever, and when you started watching sponsored videos, or when they started coming out, they just were so obvious because you would have like an entire video dedicated to like a watch, right? And then you would, I think, hell, I've even done maybe 1 or 2 sponsored videos that are entirely dedicated to like a beard oil or something. Who'd care? Who'd want to watch that shit? Nobody. That's why I didn't get no views on those videos. But you know what I mean? Like back in the day, we used to see a lot of those videos. We don't see them anymore. They're supposed to be like snuck in. It's like paid, you know, product. It's like, you know, go get this phone. I got that phone. You know why I got this phone? Nene Leakes on the Real Housewives. I love her so much, Nene Leakes. I said it and I meant it. But anyway, Nene Leakes, she had this. She pulled it out of her purse one day. You hook it up into your cell phone, see? Don't you love that so much? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the sponsor video, Scandal of 2018. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.